Hi and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be discussing facial essence archetypes. I will explain what they are and which essences Chungha has. I know this is different from what I usually do with my facial essence archetype videos, but I did want to switch it up and do a soloist instead of a group this time. I have 5 other groups that have already been done, and I plan on doing more in the future as well as soloists. Belle Northrup proposed the general concept of essences in 1936. She stated that all aspects of personality and every detail of appearance woven into an integrated whole must be taken into account. She explains that some of these traits are felt rather than easily explained, also mentioning that there's a balance, comparing it to yin and yang. Harriet McGimpsey was the first to apply archetypes to these essences, giving them physical traits: dramatic, athletic, classic, romantic, gamine, and ingenue. This eventually evolved into Kitchener's style essences, where she added in a 7th essence, ethereal. Style essences are heavily used within makeup and fashion today. These essence archetypes are actually what influenced Kibi's archetype system that is famously used today to describe body types. David Kibi developed a system that includes 5 of the essences, removing ingenue and ethereal, and leaving dramatic, natural, classic, gamine, and romantic. It focuses on the body and how much yin or yang, roundness or sharpness each body has. He also shows how each body should dress differently according to their shape, rather than forcing themselves to try to fit the body shape that is trending. The Kibi body system is about embracing your body, dressing in certain shapes to look better in your own skin. The difference between the Kibi body type system and the 7 style essences is that Kibi is more about who you are. The 7 essences are about how you are perceived, but style essences are also a reflection of yourself, while facial essence archetypes are more so solely on how people perceive you. Facial essence archetypes are how the shapes and lines of your facial features display the nature or qualities of your aura, or a certain vibe you give off from the perspective of a stranger. This has nothing to do with your personality or character, but more so to do with the first impression your face gives off without saying a word. People with dramatic essence give off a very bold aura and are usually strikingly gorgeous. They can fall into the generic but also abnormal beauty category. They have sharp and mature features with an angular jawline, prominent high cheekbones, or a prominent nose. They usually have very narrow features within the brow, eye, and nose area, along with sharp, angular, striking, tall or long lines. Faces with natural essence are usually very chiseled. The features and lines can be sharp, but more so tend to be broad. They have a very athletic, model-esque strong features, like a square jaw, strong brow, tall, angular, long lines. You will usually see models with this type of face, especially in men. Classic essence always gives off the vibe of looking young but old at the same time. They look very youthful while giving off a mature vibe. Their faces are a blend of yin and yang, giving off an appearance of looking flawless. Usually all their features are even and neither one stands out more than the other. They fit very sophisticated looks. I also feel like due to their timeless look, they fit very many eras with ease, whether it's the clothing, hairstyles, or makeup styles. They look the best in natural hairstyles and makeup, but sometimes bold makeup as well. While doing this, I found that a lot of K-pop visuals that are closer to fitting the Korean beauty standards have classic essence, and it's usually their most prominent essence as well, which makes sense of why a lot of K-pop visuals do not really explore too much whenever it comes to their hair colors, their styling, or their makeup choices. They usually have a more natural look and a more typical styling, and if they do explore, it still isn't as experimental as their other members in the group. Faces with gamine essence are usually small with an angular tilted jaw. They look youthful while also giving this cheeky, I know who I am and I don't care what you think kind of vibe. They usually look great in dark bold styles while also being able to pull off bright vibes as well. Their features are delicate, slightly angular, petite with small angles, and they look very youthful. Faces with romantic essence usually have large eyes, large noses, or large lips, and sometimes are even fuller in their cheeks. They give off an almost unapproachable but incredibly beautiful vibe. With one look, these people are hard to keep eye contact with. They give such a strong vibe just by standing and staring. There are also faces with romantic essence that give off a softer allure and vibe. Romantic features are usually rounded, large and lush, and seductive. Faces with ingenue essence usually immediately come off as the nicest people. They have wide chubby faces naturally. Their eyes are usually big and round and look pure and sweet. People with this essence usually find it hard to fit certain styles and colors. Their features are usually soft and childlike. This last essence is personally my favorite of them all. Faces with ethereal essence usually look incredibly beautiful, like they are mythical or just not of this world. Their beauty is unexplainable and odd. They usually have large or small eyes that sometimes either sit wide or close on the face. They tend to have an oval or narrow face shape with soft and long features that seem unrealistic. Most people have a combined essences of 2 or 3. It's quite rare for there to only be one so far from what I've seen. And just a quick disclaimer, this video is not for hate. I am in no way saying that these essences are a reflection of how these idols are in real life. Chungha's first essence is dramatic. She has very sharp and narrow features, as well as long lines, overall making her look very striking, with prominent cheekbones as well as a prominent nose. Lastly, she has romantic essence. This can be felt within her presence, especially as she's performing. She has rounded, large and lush features within her eyes and lips. And while she does give off a very strong, seductive presence, she's actually on the softer side of romantic. The strikingness that you do see within her face is most definitely coming from her dramatic essence. So with that said, her most prominent essence is dramatic. Her soft romantic follows closely behind. When it comes to hair, she looks the best with long hair, which is something that has become her signature. She always has long hair. I think we hardly ever see her with short, maybe mid-length from time to time, but she tends to keep her hair on the longer side. The only time that I personally can recall her having really short hair was whenever she wore this wig in the roller coaster music video. While this hair does go well with her features, it however does not mix well with her face shape. Her face and some of her features are on the longer side. This very blunt short wig does not suit her, and that goes for the very blunt short bangs as well. I think if they were to go with a shorter hair look or just to switch up her hairstyle completely, I think that the very popular mid-length layered wolf cut would definitely flatter her, especially with the fluffy curtain bangs that wrap around the jaw area. This tends to look really good on longer faces, as well as longer, fluffier bangs at the top, rather than really short, mini, blunt bangs. It brings much more attention to her features, as well again as flattering her face shape. And I think if they were to go even shorter, honestly, the 2000 short layered bob look would be a great pick for her. And I'm also thinking of the 2000s haircut where it's a side bang. It would curl around her jawline. I think this is something that is needed for short haircuts on longer faces. Something that helps shape the face in a lot, especially whenever it comes to broader jawlines, which she does not have. I'm just putting that in there. Longer hair is something that she seems to be much more comfortable with because she tends to never stray away from it. When it comes to hairstyles, there are a lot of updos that look really good on her, thanks to her dramatic essence. But I will say that one of the hairstyles she should stray away from are really high ponytails. I think the hairstyle itself is almost too playful, and because of her essences, her style does call for more mature looks. Even though she does have a softer romantic essence that can call for more youthfulness in her styling, because her dramatic essence is so prominent, overly playful hairstyles can look unflattering on her. But there are still kind of more playful hairstyles that can suit her as long as they keep them mid-length or lower. So pigtails as well as half up or half down, or even adding in braids like braiding the pigtails or doing some type of braided updo also looks very good on her. She definitely looks the best in natural hair colors like brown, especially black, thanks to her dramatic essence and romantic. But because her romantic essence is softer, she's able to pull off brighter natural colors like light brown or platinum blonde, which platinum blonde is definitely a color that helps her features stand out tremendously. And also due to her soft romantic essence, rich, vibrant colors that she's tried in the past usually don't look as good as a more pastel version of those colors. This vibrant purple surprisingly washes her out, versus a pastel purple actually brings her features forward. Makeup wise, anything that draws attention to her lips, her eyes, and making sure her eyebrows also look prominent. She already has natural dimension due to her very high cheekbones, but having makeup that brings emphasis to those areas is also perfect for her. so bold, striking makeup that leans more on the darker side like dark eyeshadow or eyeliner. Her dramatic essence also calls for some experimental looks, so fun eyeliner shapes, jewels, anything highlighting her eyes, a fun use of blush, very bold lip colors as well. And thanks to her soft romantic, she also looks good in softer or natural makeup. I would say that if they're gonna go for a less makeup look, I think that it's a good idea to maybe go soft on the eyes but still have a bold lip at the bottom, or vice versa. So in a way, you're still having, a more tamed pullback look, but you still bring emphasis to her face in some way. You usually do a really great job at giving her makeup styles that really complement her. She has a variety of unique and fun looks when it comes to her styling. Thanks to her dramatic essence being so prominent, she's able to explore a lot. Dramatic essences do call for a bit of experimental looks, but like I've been saying in this video, her romantic essence being on the softer side does also allow her to explore brighter colors as well as darker, rich colors. So with both of these essences in mind, her outfits call for a good use of different silhouettes and shapes. With her soft romantic essence, softer fabrics adding a bit of ruffles to the outfit, but with both of these essences playing hand in hand, outfits that have a lot of dimension, shape, structure, like sharp shoulder pads, crop tops, tighter fitted jackets, fitted dresses or skirts, unique two pieces, a good use of materials like mesh, jewels. But at the same time, we do still have to remember that her dramatic essence is still her most prominent essence. So a lot of overly playful outfits do not suit her. This outfit in particular is one that overall does not suit her, though her soft romantic essence does call for softer looks like feathers and ruffles and things along those lines. We also have to take into account her body shape. I've noticed that outfits that have a lot going on at the bottom rather than the top tend to look overwhelming on her, whereas the top of her outfit, adding in ruffles or feathers or just big accessories and having the bottom of her outfit look a lot more simplistic tends to fit her a lot more. Overly casual outfits also do not suit her, adding in formal elements, so going more business casual looks the best on her. She's used this in her stage outfits before as well, and while I did say earlier that her dramatic essence calls for a lot of experimental looks, and I think that this outfit is a good example of an experimental outfit that is too much on her. I actually love this outfit, just not on Chungha. I think that the element again of a lot going on at the bottom of the outfit, I believe it's the overuse of loose elements. The shirt is already pretty big on her, kind of loose, and while they do tighten it up at the waist with the belt, there's so much going on. There's a loose belt that loops down that is super cute, by the way, but then you also have loose material at the bottom, and then the looseness of the shirt also at the bottom. I think it's just a lot within this outfit, at least on her. As I mentioned earlier, I think that Chungha is a great example of having a stylist that truly studies you and knows what you look good in. There really aren't too many outfits or even makeup styles or hairstyles that I saw that doesn't flatter her too much. Again, we have some, but it really isn't that many compared to the amount of outfits, makeup looks, and so much more that looks so good on her. And I used to be a huge fan of her, and I remember loving her outfits. I remember loving her makeup. Even back then, I had a huge appreciation for how they were styling her. Let me know if you're familiar with her, if you've listened to her music, you used to be a fan of her, you're still a fan of her now, or you've just never heard of her and you're just watching this video. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I hope everyone has an amazing day. Bye bye!